welcome to Ruth'S Fearless 40 celebrations. And in the background, you are hearing Jermaine Edwards. It's a beautiful day. And it has been a beautiful day. So this is my day, the big 4-0, and I'm also launching 7 books from my Fearless 40 collection, the 2020 collection, and the Fearless 40 series, and launching the Authorpreneurship Academy. And you're going to hear more about that later. My co-host this evening will be Eraldo Budhan, and we're going to be having different guests on the program, and they'll be joining us from time to time. So just gonna wait for a few more persons to come in. The show is set to be about an hour or hour and a half once everybody turns up. Segment 1 will be the book launch, and then section 2 will be the academy launch, and then finally the birthday part, so you can all give your wishes and we can end the show on a good note. I want to thank you all for the greetings that have been sent today, and I'm checking my phone to make sure everything is all right. And yeah, because sometimes this thing gives trouble, right? But I'm seeing myself. Hi, Joanne. I see Joanne is coming on a little early, so let's get out of that. I'm using a program called StreamYard, and so just tell me if you're in the building, who you are, where you're from, and I can actually bring some of you on the screen. Hi, Asana. That's my friend from church. My friend from a long time. Hi, Leo Stone. Happy birthday to me. Thank you. So I can put your greetings on screen. Happy birthday. I'm just going to take your greetings. You should be getting a gift. No worry about that. You being here is a gift. Hi, Suzanne. Thank you for your greetings. Just giving our co-host some time to get here so you can all send up your greetings. Don't forget to share the stream. And I'm a person of time, so we're going to roll with it in another 2 minutes. And yeah, because I know persons are going to watch the repeat, and we don't want a lot of lag, when they come back on to catch the show. But I got your greetings today. Leo Stone, you are trying to sing. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for joining. Susan, thanks for sharing the reminding persons about the stream. And I'm still trying to see it on my phone. I'm not seeing it. Hi, Lady Patricia. You're in the building. All right. So we're still waiting on Eraldo to get here because he's supposed to be hosting with me, leading the charge. So let me check my phone and see if I can pick up this thing. I'm seeing posts from earlier today. Somehow I'm not seeing myself, and I need to see myself because when we start showing the videos, I need to see myself. Thank you. Keep sending your greetings. Let me see who else is here. All right. Yes, I am seeing it. All right. So thank you. All right. So our first part is the book launch. And my co-host is here. Yay! Hi, Eraldo. So I'm going to hide these things now and bring him on and let him take it away. I am so impressed with this young man. Let me introduce him. So I met him at the Jamaica Theological Seminary. And he's just a young man who's on fire for the Lord. He's multi-talented. And I think he just turned 26 last year. He's an author. He's written 3 books, and I was able to publish 1, and we're working on number 2. And number 3 is already, we'll be working on that shortly. And as most persons know, he is a broadcaster at Love 101. He's also a guidance counselor. He is a student at the Caribbean Graduate School of Theology, doing a master's in theology. He's brilliant. He's a young apologist. He loves to preach, and good sense of humor. And I'm hoping he's going to bring some of his crazy self to the stream this evening. Hi, Kamalito. All right, so let me bring him on and let him take it away. Hi, Eraldo.
Hey, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
I hope that you're hearing me clearly.
Clearly. I hope the viewers are hearing.
I hope they are hearing as well. Sorry for jumping on so late. Had a few internet issue. I won't tell you the internet provider.
Today I did have internet for about an hour, and I was like, it looked like I'm going to have to host this thing at my neighbor's house because they're on a different network.
The go-to for me. It was something else, but I'm glad to be on, and I am glad to be celebrating another year. Oh my God!
Yes.
I went on Facebook and saw. I still don't get the conversation that we were having.
Me no remember. But the cameraman had a good eye.
Yes, he most definitely had a good eye. So welcome to everybody that's on the live, that's viewing.
Yes.
It's going to be quite interesting. I was telling Kamika that I don't know if this is going to go.
We're going to try.
Definitely try and make it an hour. And thank you for that amazing introduction.
Yeah.
I have some great news to share with you, but that's off the air and off the
off the air. Okay.
All right. But I am super duper excited, especially for this part of the program, because we get to talk about your books. We get to talk about Fearless 40.
Yes.
All them excitement there, and who in their right mind thinks of writing so many books and publishing so many books within a year.
Yeah.
So first, before we even get there, how has the birthday been going so far?
Well, let me back up. Like 2 days before, anxiety. I had all this work to do for my clients, and I wanted to just get the work done.
Yeah.
And then I started having chest pains and neck pains and headache, and I'm like, oh God, I need a time. So I just had to text a couple of my clients and say, and you were one of them that, I'm not going to try to meet any deadlines for this Friday.
Yeah.
And then I tried to sleep off some of it and pray and breathe. And then yesterday I felt a little better. And then today, no, the nervousness started licking me again. And then my brother, his one gift to me each year is to make sure I get my Black Forest cake. And Black Forest cake have a little rum in there. So
yeah, little spirit.
I had a large slice, and I don't know if that had anything on me, but I was just sleeping.
Well, thank God for Black Forest cake, I guess.
So I'm pretty lightheaded. So I'm feeling much better now, and yeah, it's been good. Outside was beautiful today, very, very beautiful, and greetings all over. And I got up early, prayed, and I was like, God, I want to be like Caleb. I mean, this man died so long ago, but his story is still inspiring people. And I'm changing a lot of goals. My one goal is at the end of the day, somebody will read my story, long after I'm dead and gone, if the Lord tarries, and they'll be inspired. They'll become an overcomer, because just reading the story of Caleb has sent me in another dimension. And that's my wish. And it's been good. I got a card from a landlady today. She's in her 90s, right? And she said, 40 is when the fun begins.
I have to come up close because I'm like, I can't see. I don't have my glasses.
Oh. So it's been a good day.
So old. I feel like I'm turning 40 plus another 40.
and then one of my clients, she, the government say if it tanner your yard after a certain age. Well, she broke the law to come and visit me and drop off her birthday gift. So I was like, like when David said he wanted water from a certain well, and 3 of his mighty men went there.
Yeah.
And carried back the water, and David couldn't drink the water and just had to pour it out. I was like, oh my goodness, so we do know, Lord, because she's supposed to tan her yard. But she's here. So it's been a good day.
Wonderful. So fun so far.
Yes.
No, Kamika. Well, and I must say, viewers, Kamika is my assistant in terms of what will come on the screen. Yes. And it's her birthday, but she's hosting the event. So what will come on the screen, all of that is not me. So when at the end of the day, Mike here must say big up to my producer. Kamika is my producer. Right?
Yes.
The idea of Fearless 40. Why Fearless 40? What came to mind when you're planning and coming up with that name for this celebration?
Well, for a long time, around about mid-30s, I started feeling a lot of regret that there are certain things that I wanted to achieve that just kept eluding me. And I was like, you know what? I need to get my act together by 40. And I said, if I get to 40 and these things, X, Y, Z, are not in place, I would be a failure. So much so that when I hit 37, I didn't celebrate my 37th birthday because I was behind on my bills and I was behind on my dreams. And I was trying to put a lot of things in place to shift so that my lifestyle could change, because it seemed as if the more new things I did, the more things remained the same. And I was just frustrated. And I'm like, big old 40, I'll be a big old 40-year-old woman and don't achieve certain things. And as I got closer to 40, I just started feeling very, very afraid, frustrated. It was just getting to me big time. And then fear, just intimidation. I started looking at younger people like yourself and others who were doing big things and achieving some of the things that I want. So jealousy, envy, and all kind of things coming. And, I just felt like I just wanted to just retreat. But last year, 39, I had an online birthday celebration like this one. And I had about 10 persons in the living room. And one of them was my 91-year-old friend. And she wrote a note. She said, 40 is just a number. It is nothing to be feared. And that just triggered something. And then as I started reading about Caleb had to wait 45 years, to walk in his inheritance. What do you do when your dreams are delayed? Do you give up? When you have so much giants before you, for me, it's my giant of anxiety and depression and my just getting into a zone sometimes when we don't want to see nobody, we don't want to talk to nobody, we just frustrated. And the Lord just took me on a journey. Because the children of Israel, because of unbelief, they failed to enter the promised land. And there are some promises that God made to me when I was 17, like getting married and some other things that I am 40, I'm still not married, no kids. And is that the Lord is saying, will you still believe me?
Yeah.
will you still believe me? And it's as if he was saying, if you don't believe, fear is going to cause you to forfeit your inheritance, and fear is contagious. You are a leader. The 10 leaders in Israel they doubted me, and their faithlessness caused a whole generation to die. And so it's like God was saying, somebody's destiny is tied to you getting over this thing. And I was just going to name the first book Fearless. And one day I was washing and I heard Fearless 40. I said, Fearless 40? Mm-hmm. And then I started Googling 40 and what happens when you turn 40. And so it's as if I felt the Lord was saying Fearless 40. And then the fear of hitting 40 just left, because I read that between 40 and 60 are your most productive years if your life is spared and you're in good health. So I said, it's the psychologists say it is generativity versus stagnation. So I was on the edge and I said, no, it's generativity. I'm going to pour into others. I'm going to be activated for greater. And then God just gave me a massive vision, you know. When I turned it into a book, it was like 32 pages. And so I said, Fearless 40. And if you want to achieve extraordinary results, you have to do something extraordinary. And there's one thing that I do well, and it's right. And so the idea came to me, 20 books for 2020. They said, well, how am I going to do that? And I said, okay, Fearless 40, Fearless 40. I can do this. And that's the story behind it.
And I'm glad you raised 20 books for 2020, because that's what I was going to ask next. I know that we have the Fearless 40 series that you talk on, and that's 7 books.
Yes.
But 20 books for 2020 overall, Kamika. You said in the introduction, I wrote 3 books. You published 1.
Yes.
You'll forever be my publisher. By the way, I'm saying that I will never change. But I don't know how you go.
May I blush from ear to ear?
How you go to write so many books, and then you're thinking about 20 books for 2020 when you were talking to me the last time. I was like, come here.
Yeah. I thought it was crazy too. I'm like, 20 books. This was around about June. So my best friends and I wrote a book called Us Girls. And this book was written in 11 hours. And by that time, this was like the second book in the year. And I had written 3 books in a weekend, I think, over 2 weekends and another day. And then it just came to me, 20 books for 2020. Me say, how am I gonna, does that mean 20 new books or a collection of 2020? Because I know about the 20 books to 50K movement. So I'm like, okay, Lord, I don't know if I can do this in 20 books. What are going to be, what's the topic? How am I going to do this? 20 books. So I just felt as if I needed to do this to just test my capability and my capacity to write fast, because I've always been a fast writer. It took me 10 years to start writing, but my first book, 67,000 words plus, was written in 11 days. And I said, okay, so what God did was enable me to write 20 books in a 1-year period. So I backtrack it to November 2018 to November 2019. So I say, if I'm going to do this in 1 year, I need to finish by November 2019. So what I did in the month of September, so this was June, I got the idea, August, September. And I said, October, November. I said, I have 4 months, but I want to see if I can write most of them before October, because I was planning to go back to do a course. I was on break from my doctoral program because of some health issues. And I said, I wanted to go back. So in order to go back now, I said, I need to finish by October. Then I said, no, this is not going to work. So September, I locked down. I was canceling speaking engagements left, right, and center. Me not go church for several weeks. I called my pastor. I said, Pastor, I'm working on this massive project. So, yeah, and I know what God is going to do with this project. So I'm not going to be at church and that kind of thing. Yeah. And I found myself writing 2 to 3 books per week.
Wow, that's so
But these are
nice.
small books, right? Between 10,000, because 10,000 is a pocketbook and people like small book, because Ruth is a small book. So Ruth like books. So 10 to 30 thousand. One book was at almost 40,000. I had to trim it. So 2 to 3 books. And I worked out a rocket writing technique where there was a time when my hand started to hurt me. So it's as if my hands stiff up. And I said,
typing too much.
Typing. So I started using my phone, using the voice note, and then a friend of mine, Raquel, Jamie Johnson, she's on the live stream now. She introduced me to a program called Otter. And with Otter, I was able to record and it transcribe at the same time. So I found myself half an hour, I was writing, talking my book like 6,000 words. And so those are some of the things, but there are some technicalities because I have a frame in my head. So I kind of know, because I'm a teacher and I just see writing as recording my teachings in an organized manner. So like you who can preach, you have whole heap of books inside you.
Pull them out.
So that's what I did. And only this one was collaborative. As in the three of us wrote this, us girls. But the rest was just me. There's one of the 20 that we're not releasing, League of the Extraordinary, that I interviewed other persons and just put their stories together. That one is coming out next year. So I felt now that God was saying, do not launch all 20 books this year. One time. So I'm like, okay. So how the 20 books to 2020 I could go. So I had 5 already, right? So I just needed 15 more. But I was still pushing to finish, to make sure all those 20 books are published. So that would have made it 25. And I decided against it. So 20 books for 2020, 15 new ones, plus the 5 that I had up to February of last year, make 20 books for 2020. And some of these books, they're a mix. Like this one is a workbook, right? So it's a mix of workbooks. This one is a journal. This is what we call a no content book. So it has some material, but it's mostly for writing. Right. And some of them, like the Design to Win roadmap, I use this for mentoring. So it's a collection for a body of work for transformation. So I have a mentoring program and a youth program, Design to Win. You shared in the conference last year. So one trainer said the book was too big, the text. She said, this is like 4 books in one. So you know that triggered something. So I decided to create 3 workbooks. So this is workbook 1, workbook 2 and 3. They can only be found in the program. And I've created an online course for it. And the rest were new books. The first book, Unshackled, Heartache Queen Unshackled, I rewrote that and I turned that 1 book into 2 books. Rebranded Unshackled Queen. I kept the cover, but it's a different story. It's told in a different way. So those who got the first book, this is not the same book.
So they need to get that one.
They need to get this one. So in all, I finished the 19. 19, there's one that I put on hold. But yeah, 20. I do have the 20 books for 2020, and I feel good because what it did is that it caused me to end my 30s on a high note. So yeah,
and that's amazing. I must interject right here to say, my first book, just for all those who are listening, my first book was not I talked to Kamika. I think I was doing an interview on Love FM. I'll always share this. At the end of the interview, Kamika says, "You're preaching, though? Your sermons can become a book." And that's when my first book came out. So just for anybody who has it in your mind, you're on the live now and you're saying, "Boy, I have books on the inside of me. I don't know what to do." show Kamika, and she's going to tell you all about the academy as well that you need to be a part of, because that's going to be an awesome thing. So, Kamika, we have 7 books.
Right.
Really, one of those 7 books is literally called Fearless 40.
Yes.
That's probably one of the newest.
Yes, it's one of the new books, right? Totally new.
Totally new. Solutions to overcome fear and regret and soar to new heights.
Yes.
As you get older.
Right. So it delves into a lot of my fears. I used to be a scaredy cat, right? I only started sleeping in the dark 9 years ago. So in it, I talk about different fears and how I overcame them and how you can overcome these fears and why it's important to overcome the fears. And we have a little video. I must tell the viewers that there's a time gap. So just wait a little, and Eralda, you just let me know when they're able to see the video, because there's a time gap with the video. So I showed it earlier, I released it earlier on Facebook today, but some persons may not have seen it. So I'm going to pull that up and just give them a 1-minute overview of the video so that we can move on. We have 2 persons who are going to be giving endorsements. That's Joanne Richards and Patricia Reed Waugh. So I want to just share the video, get out the way, and we can bring them on so that they can participate.
Okay, great. We're sharing the Fearless 40 video.
Right, the Fearless 40 videos. I'm gonna share a screen. And there's a time delay, just telling the audience in case they don't see it right away. So just bear with us. There's maybe 30 seconds.
That's a long delay.
I tell you, not so long, maybe 10. But as soon as you start seeing it, you let me know. And when you stop, you also let me know. I'm going to check out my phone as well. So
okay, great.
It's supposed to be showing now.
All right, I'm seeing it.
Okay. So it's just about wrapping up now. Yeah. So that one is finished. I'm gonna add Joanne and Patricia to the stream. All right. So let's go. Add these 2 ladies. So we're supposed to have 4 persons on. In the meantime, let me just, hi Ron King, hi Suzanne, hi Leo Stone, hi Davine. Let me see, my best friend is on, Tedisia Powell Coley. No, this is something, because Tedisia is not a Facebook person. So for her to be on, hi Tedisia, is huge. So thanks you for joining. Denise, my friend Jumira, all the way from Curacao, is here. Jamie is here. Evangelist Geraldine is here. Common Leader, my former co-worker, is here. And the persons who joined us at the beginning, they're still here. So we're not boring them to death. That's good. All right. So welcome, Joanne. Welcome, Lady Patricia.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you too.
Thank you. Now, these two persons are here to help to close out the book launch segment.
Wow.
Joanne Richards, Goff. Oh my goodness. She is one of the persons that God has been using to push me and say, you can still win big. And so the book Designed to Win Roadmap 2 she's one of the ladies that I've dedicated this book to. And she got married, I think, at about 50.
51.
51. Eralda, there is hope.
Yes.
There is hope. Hi, Joanne.
Yes.
She's an amazing lady, ethnodoxologist, educator, singer, songwriter. And the Come Make We Worship magazine, she featured me in the 3rd issue. Can you believe it? And I have my copy alongside Marcus Garvey. Oh my goodness, my hero. Right. So she's going to just bring greetings and endorse that book. And then Lady Patricia now, she has a book called Retirement, A New Adventure. And my next aim is to write and retire right. And so she knows all about how to make retirement fun. And she endorsed the book Authorpreneur Secrets, which is about writing fast, publishing on a budget, and creating sustainable income for retirement. So Joanne wrote the foreword for Designed to Win Roadmap 2, and Lady Patricia wrote the foreword for Authorpreneur Secrets 2. So I'm going to start with Joanne and then Lady Patricia. So take it away, guys.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, dear Ruthie. Happy birthday.
Sing the chorus.
More. Oh, we must do it again. Sing the chorus? It's okay. Because I know you have lots of things to do.
Yes. And our guest speaker is here. So, yeah, go ahead.
So, first of all, I need to let you people know that you are really the one. You're talking about how I inspire you, and I'm wondering how come? Because you are my inspiration.
Oh.
And definitely, when I saw what God was using you to do, I wanted, if you remember, I came and sat you down in that meeting in the library, I think it was at JTS. And I said, no, you need to tell me, what's the secret? What are you doing? You know? And you shared so much with me, and you continue to share. So it's like, I think what you do is you have no intention of leaving anyone behind. You know, you just want to carry people with you. So when you talk about the fears that you have and stuff, I'm like, what? I mean, I don't see any of that at all, because I'm just so inspired and motivated. And in this moment, right now, on this 9th of May, 2020, I need that so much more now than ever before. And it is good to know that there's somebody like you in my corner. So you write these books, not for yourself, but you write the books for the people, because you want to carry people with you.
Yes, yes.
And so, I mean, that book, Designed to Win 2, for the old people them.
Late bloomers.
Late bloomers. Sorry, late bloomers. You know, I was telling my husband, no, it's not. I've read it through. I had to read it through and could not put it down, people. When I was reading it in order to write the foreword. And I said to my husband, no, the two we need to sit down and study it so that we can put it into practice. Because the two of we, sorry, late bloomers.
We all got the Caleb spirit, man. At 85, we were saying, give me my mountain.
Yes. So, everywhere I go, I take these with me, right, Eraldo?
Yes.
So,
Wait, what? Okay.
No, I've none for sure, because in 2012, I took mine to Florida. And Pastor Errol Hall saw my book and refused to give me back my Patra Bible.
I'm telling you. This one,
Yes.
From my mother, because for me one butter and bruise and stay bad. So this is my go-to one.
Yes.
And Philippians chapter 1, verses 3 to 6. I'm going to read, but I'm going to take the privilege of moving out the uno and replacing it with you. Right? So every time I remember you, me give God thanks for you. Every time I pray for you, sitting bubble up in my heart, make me well happy. Me happy for you. Because from the first day you believe, you start help me spread the good news. And I know you still help me. When I know this for sure, that God himself start up the good work here in you. And he now go tap no. He go go and do what he do in your life till Jesus Christ come back to earth.
Hallelujah.
This.
Amen.
Ah,
hallelujah.
So
wow.
Those are my words, except to say that for those who have not yet read these books, on the need forgetfulness sake, right? Start with one if you can go start with one.
True.
And every time you read the book, remember Sister Ruth.
Pray
don't
for
stop pray for her.
Amen.
God him not reach halfway yet.
Amen.
The Lord bless you and keep you making your face shine for you.
Thank you. And my mom read the book. She said, Kamika, that one I said, one man. Yes. And my sister, who's just in her 30s, said, no man designed to win to take life. So, and it's actually my favorite because the first part has the...
I don't, as for Kamika, my internet is not flowing well.
It's okay, honey. It's okay. So Design to Win 2 is actually my favorite because it says you can dream again, you can love again, you can get that career again, you can still have a child at whatever age, you can still do great things. And every time I read it and about the banana, it inspires me. So thank you, Joanne. I'm going to turn it over to Lady Patricia, and our guest speaker is here. And don't worry, we're doing well. At the first, we have so many people on our stream, so we're not having technical difficulties today. And John, thank you. I need that assurance because as I tell people, they don't see it, but I struggle with anxiety and depression from time to time. And the scriptures give me hope. And people don't understand the value of just encouragement. It was one little thing that my landlady wrote that God used to shift my perspective. So thank you. Bless you.
Bless you.
All right. Lady Patricia, I'm going to unmute you and turn it over to you.
Bless you, Madam. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
And congratulations again, Ruthie.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And first of all, let me just let Miss Joanne Richards Goff know that I am 71 years old. I will be 72 years old in another two months in July, right? So I hear all the things that you're saying, right? I'm calling me all sort of name, right? Don't test, right? I am just so delighted to be a part of this exercise. How I got to was when my friend had her book, and she had this publisher was giving her a hard time and wouldn't communicate with her, and our book launch was coming up, and all she had was a manuscript, and she had to come to you. And you were so helpful. You just jumped on it right away, and you took all the headache from her. And at that point, I didn't know you. I just knew of you. And I just knew that you were somebody special. When you started the group, she invited me to come and be a part of the group. So that is when I started, interacting with you. And it has been wonderful, has been wonderful. I just love your passion. I love your sense of integrity, your humility, your desire to help people. And, I just love you. And I'm just happy to be a part of this. And also, you know that I'm going to be your number one student. I am going to be your number one student in the upcoming course, right? So let me just tell everybody
who is the profitable online courses.
Enroll in that course, right? Let me just tell you that me enroll already. And I am going to be the teacher's pet, right?
You hear that, Leo? She's going to be the teacher's pet. So I'm sorry for you.
I'm just looking forward to it because, after you asked me to do the foreword for the book, and I really read through the book, and I realized, that really this was just what the doctor ordered. For people who are like, coming in their 50s and so on, because it is just an excellent roadmap of how you can take a book and turn it to your advantage. And you know that my book has great potential. My book is called Retirement and New Adventure. And I had started the year with the intention of starting a course for seniors, Miss Joanne. So really, the book just played right into my own mission. So
Right.
So I'm just happy. And my birthday is coming up on the 16th of July. And what I am thinking is that perhaps what I should be doing is launching the course for my birthday.
I think so. I
Right.
think so.
So that is what I'm percolating in my mind.
May, June, July. Yeah, we can do it. You can launch a course in 30 days. Yeah.
That is what. So I'm really excited, and I'm happy for you. And one thing I wanted to tell you though, I remember when we spoke earlier this year, you were telling me about being afraid and being fearful of getting to 40. And I think, I tried to talk to you. And
Yes.
let me tell you something. You don't have to be afraid of age, right? Aging comes, but you don't have to be afraid of it because it is what is going on up here. And that fear can kill you because remember, you're going to have to reach the 50. In another 10 years, you're going to have to reach the 50.
Yeah.
You don't think about it in that vein, right? Because it is all in the mind. It is who you are. And just be a positive person, continue being a positive person. And the more you help people, is the more you're gonna feel good about yourself. And when you get to my age, right, you're gonna just feel great. You're gonna feel great.
Thank you.
So congratulations again. And I'm looking forward to starting my course with you next week. And we're gonna do great things together.
Amen. And thank you so much. And let me remind persons that retirement is a number. It is not age.
Not at all.
It's a number. But I thank you because and my friend, she's in her 90s, she was saying to me today, listen, stop focusing on the number. Just live. Just live. And she was chastising me. She said, stop focusing on the numbers. Just live.
Because remember, it's just in the last 5 years that I have been learning to play the violin, learning to play the steel pan, learning to swim, right? And entered JCDC speech competition for the first time in my life and got a gold medal for the first time in my life, all within the last 5 years. And I'm 71 years old now.
Lord have mercy.
entered the creative writing competition, and my poem got a silver medal last year, and the poem has been selected to appear in the anthology of 100 poems for Miss Lou that will be so. And all of this I am doing at this age.
No, Errol, you have to say something. Me speechless. You have to say something. You have to say something, Errol. Say something.
Errol, in mic is muted, man.
Muted. You have to say something.
I could be a grandmother.
I'm just here in shock and amazement.
I hand it back over to you guys now.
Thank you so much. I think we're fired up, charged up. Lady, you got the Caleb spirit. Me can't swim, so me gonna learn to swim.
I can't swim either. John, can you?
Wow. I think we can end the party now. I think we all got the message. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much. Our guest speaker is here. I'm not going to keep her waiting, but thank you so much. We are encouraged, and God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Patricia.
Bye.
Bye, Joanne.
Right. Reverend Doctor. Doctor.
Yeah.
And look at her. She is looking amazing. Wow. Both Errol and I have separate connections. So we are going to do different introductions.
Hi, Errol.
Sir Errol.
I hope you're hearing me. Are you hearing me loud and clear?
Yes, we are.
I'm hearing you, but I'm not hearing you clearly.
Okay, great. Kamika, we sent you something. You saw that it's not to be opened right now, right?
You sent something? Oh, in the private chat.
You got it in your email, and I'm not supposed to open it until I am finished with my presentation.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
It is supposed to be at the end.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
So you're ready for me? You're all ready for me?
All right. Now that we have to introduce. We have to introduce
you. Oh,
you.
you have to. Go ahead.
Yes, you're the keynote speaker for the event. And right after you will be Dr. Jeremy. No, we're going to have the Academy launch, just a brief thing about the Academy, and then Dr. Jeremy Gardner is going to take it away in song. So you are very famous in Jamaica. But before you were famous, God so connected us at the Jamaica Theological Seminary. My batchmate. So we have 3 JTS people on the stream right now, you know. And we used to pray together, and I have watched you. I have just watched you in amazement. Whenever I feel inadequate, I say, remember Carla, you know. Carla was ill. Carla didn't mind. Carla got pregnant at about 14. And look at her now. Carla did sick unto death. If God can do this through her, and Carla just want to get an idea, she just run with it. And as I look at you, and whenever I get discouraged, I just look at you. When the enemy pull the H card upon me, I just look at you and say, Carla there, I can do it. So you're an amazing speaker, an amazing woman, an amazing wife, mother, friend, confidant, and I just bless God for you. Errol, tell the people how you know her and take it away and then put her on.
Well, for me, the Reverend Dr. Carla Dunbar is actually one of my pastors. So she pastored one of our churches. And I knew of Dr. Dunbar through JTS because me always hear about the sexologist and Professor Sex and everybody talk about her. So who? And when I finally met her, I was like, no, sir, this a pastor, you're too cool. And I think our first interaction was one of the best interaction ever. It was at JTS. I don't know if Pastor Dunbar remember. And I'm like, why you never come and teach me human sexuality? And bunch of stuff because I heard so many things about her. And then when I came to prophecy, I heard that she was a pastor, and then she didn't imagine Kamika. The right Reverend Carla Dunbar invited me to preach at her church.
Oh God.
And I was amazed. And I think she's the coolest, most down-to-earth woman of God that you can talk to, be real with. And she's going to be doing premarital counseling for me because she don't tell me already, so we can't go to nobody else.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
And as you said, right, he's an excellent speaker. And so I am honored to introduce and to welcome to this online platform the Reverend Dr. Carla Dunbar, who will be the keynote speaker for Kamika's book launch and birthday celebration. Dr. Dunbar, over to you.
Good evening, everyone out there on social media. It is my esteemed honor to be speaking. I don't know about keynote and all that. You know, Kamika and I are sisters, two trees in the same garden, bearing different fruits for the Lord. And so I'm really, really elated. I see Dr. Jermaine over there. Hi, how you do, Jermaine? Yes. So I'm really, really happy to be on. I listened just now to Patricia and listening to her talk about age and all of that. And I said, my word, look at that, because that's exactly where I'm going. Now a little humor, if you know me. My husband shares with me as often as he does with other things. He always shares something with me. And he shared something, and it was entitled FFF. That's the letter FFF. Now, FFF, as he shares, could mean food, fun, and fellowship. But knowing my husband, and if Dr. Palmer is on this platform, and Kamika knows him very well, that is not what he means when he says FFF. It meant, never mind. You can inbox me if you're 18 years or over, and I will articulate for the feeble minds what his FFF meant. But I would like to use FFF, the letter F, thrice to expound my thoughts to you this evening on this platform. Now, the fundamental purpose of education is to create good human beings. So then we may define education's importance, which begins in the mind as being the gateway to success. Motivational speaker Les Brown, he says, and I quote, "We must look for ways to be an active force in our own lives. We must take charge of our own destinies. We must design a life of substance and truly begin to live our dreams." Now, note what Brown says. We must take charge of our own destinies. We must design a life of substance. We must begin to live our dream. Note he never said at what point in our lives or at what age do we start. He just said we must. And so wherever we are, however we feel, or however we look, age doesn't matter, does it? Because someone once said, age is just a number. That is why I was laughing when Patricia was speaking. Now, whoever coined the phrase, age is just a number, perhaps they had no idea of the acuity of the thought. As we say in Jamaica, flesh and blood never revealed that phrase to them. It's a very true and insightful thought. Now, in psychology, 40 is a defining age for humans. Developmental psychology theorizes that around this age is when we are evaluating where we are chronologically and our achievements and looking at what we believe we should have done in order that we may enjoy the feeling of accomplishment or fulfillment at this time. Now, for me, writing my first book at age 48 and visiting the White House twice at age 50, I attest to this statement as a fact. We are never really old. We are just chronologically challenged. If age indeed is just a number, then my question to everybody out there is, how old, or should I say, how aged are you? Now, those of us on this platform who really know Kamika, or Ruth, as she now prefers to be known, we know her love for knowledge. She loves to study. She loves to research. She's always on a quest for deeper knowledge. Now, it is not that I thought it was beyond her capability, but I know that a few years back when I encouraged Ruth to write her first book, Heartache Queen Unshackled, out of her misery at that time, a book which is now a part of the compilation today. Neither of us envisioned today. We anticipated good things, of course. We anticipated great things because Kamika is special, she's talented, she's gifted, right? But neither good nor great as adjectives aptly describes the feat accomplished here today. 7 books in one launch. This exudes exceptional brilliance with a message saying it is never too late for those of us who are looking on. In 2016, as I prepared to address a group in Washington on the economic development or advancement of Caribbean women and its impact on the family life, I learned at that time as I researched that Black women spanning a range of ages and stages are currently the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs across the Caribbean. Women of every age are discovering their places and entering the spectrum of entrepreneurial opportunities in the global community. Kamika is in on it, having her slice of the pie, exhibiting a mental fortitude that is simply phenomenal. The brilliance of what I consider to be a prolific author is evidenced this evening. My first F, here she is, 40 and fearless. As she defies odds to make an unprecedented launch of not 1, not 2, but 7 remarkable publications. One has got to be fearless to take on such a feat. Today, she has defied gravity and cleared the clouds, moving through obstacle after obstacles in her life, not understanding then that these were stepping stones she needed to propel her to new heights. She had her vision for her destination, and Kamika never took her eyes off it. She has done what T.D. Jakes calls turning her flights of fancy into fights, which she wins fearlessly every time. She deserves an applause, social media. Now on to my second F, because the first was fearless that she used to dub her launch this evening. Bear in mind that the F could mean something entirely different. But for argument's sake, I am going to say ferocious. Now, most of us have dreams. We dream about meeting a special person. We dream of financial success. We dream of great family and home. Some dreams come true and others fall short, like awakening out of a dream before it climaxes. So some people dreams and they dream they succeed. Other persons don't. Some accumulate riches and some lose. But all in all, dreams are good. The late Miles Monroe in his book, Unleashing Your Potential, says, dreams inspires hope. It increases expectation and it stretches imagination. Martin Luther King Jr. in his quintessential speech said, I have a dream. Now, what we learn is that a dream begins with a thought. Now, if it's just a thought, then one has to be ferocious to bring it to reality. Ralph Emerson says, life consists of what a person is thinking about all day. What we think determines who we are. Who we are determines what we do. Our thoughts determines our destiny, and our destiny determines our legacy. Now, we are only brought here where our thoughts have brought us, and we will be tomorrow where our thoughts take us. But with all the thoughts in the world, there has to be a ferocious tenacity. And it is more than hope in the expectation of a good future. It differs from simply wishing or desiring. It is knowing what is possible and probable and going after it ferociously, allowing no time for deterrences. Kamika has had not just to pray and seek and learn, but she has also had to adjust and adapt many times to build her brand, Extra Mile Innovators. Noted philosopher Plato says, flight without feathers is not easy. Kamika no doubt knew that. She also knows that attitude affects altitude, and she took the time to acquire the discipline to go way up. Now, there are many different birds that flies, but there's only one that soars. And Kamika no doubt has built her wings as she made the sacrifices to get the guidance with which to turn her dream into a reality. It is T.D. Jakes who says, quote, for a person rising from who they are to who they want to be, their ascendancy on the outside must begin with the transcendence of a personal vision for what they can be on the inside, unquote. Now, we all know that there are no easy formulas to entrepreneurial success. For part of the joy is in building your own wings from scratch and discovering new destinations as you rise. Ruth has been ruthless in her pursuits. Her innovations here in Jamaica have been the envy of others, though seemingly oblivious to her when I pointed it out. She is quietly blazing her own trail, seemingly behind the scenes, understudying her predecessors and acquiring the skills necessary to take her to the next level every time. It is truly knowing that whatever your dreams, your business, your vision is, that it will never be a success if you can't get it off the ground and in the air. It must be what propels you to work assiduously towards the end result. And Kamika has lifted the vision of Extra Mile Innovators off the ground, and she has kept digging deeper and soaring higher into her desire to be the entrepreneurial extraordinaire. Can we who are seeing this on social media just give a high five? Certainly, we can say ferocious is Kamika. Now, my third and final F, bear in mind again, that it could have a different meaning, but for the purpose of social media, I am going to say, I'll tell you later. The first step in becoming you, the you want to become, is to know the you that you currently are. Great people have the right understanding of who they are, and the knowledge of who they are is a higher dimension of the belief that we have in our potentials as persons who know. Therefore, issues of life and circumstances and people and problems might challenge our belief system, but no force on the face of this earth can take away from us what we know. Because what we know, we know. And what we don't know, but we still can know. And so, you see, each day we look at it, the you that you'll become tomorrow is important in knowing the you that you are today. And so knowing the you that you are is really the highest height of wisdom. Because whatever you know about you will help you to build your life. It is said in the book of Hosea that people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It is also said that the people that know their God shall be strong and do great exploits. So we can deduce that People who know are exploit makers. People who know are trailblazers. People who know are greater than the world around them. People who know are envied and not pitied. People who know are unstoppable no matter the matter. So we can know, and we do this by asking and seeking and thinking wide and pampering ourselves in the mix of everything. Beliefs might not be enough, although beliefs affects behavior. But we need to know, and we need to know, and we need to know. And it is said that there are two kinds of people on the face of this earth today. There are average people and there are exceptional people. Average people, it is said, merely exist, but exceptional people actually live. Average people are products of their environment. Exceptional people are products of their choices. Average people are drowned out by adversity all the time. Exceptional people are elevated by difficulties. Average people give excuses for failure. It is like Tony Williams says, they have something called excusitis. But exceptional people accept responsibilities for failure. Average people are driven by feelings, but exceptional people are driven by purpose. Average people look at the problem, but exceptional people look beyond the problem and they see a solution. Average people focus their time and their energy on the past. Exceptional people invest their time and energy on the future. Average people talk the talk, but exceptional people walk the talk. Kamika is truly an exceptional people. And that is what makes her the epitome of my final F, fabulous. She is single, she is sexy, she is satisfied, and she's fabulously just anticipating the next dream, the next vision, the next move to make it happen. Kamika, you know that you are my girl. And I know that you are fearless. As you said, you are 40 and fearless. You are also 40 and ferocious. But I want you to go to bed tonight understanding that you are 40 and fabulous. Age is really just a number. And persons like you and I, you look at my blue hair, we are never old. We are just chronologically challenged. And so I want us to understand that if we have to get anywhere in life, we have to be fearless. Many things will come that will cause us to fear. But when that comes, we have to stand up in the face of fear and execute. We have to be ferocious and exude a tenacity that will cause us to be fierce in the face of everything that threatens our security or threatens us getting ahead with our dream. And while we're being fearless and ferocious, I could stand if I could stand, but you already see, I'm fabulous. And so is Kamika. She is exceptionally fabulous. And so to those of us who are watching and those of us who are on tonight to celebrate with Kamika, you know, I tried to find persons who are doing what she's doing now in terms of launching 7 books at the same time. I really couldn't get the information that I needed. But I am saying here in Jamaica is the first time that this is happening. You are a catalyst, Kamika. Kamika is a catalyst. Ruth is ruthless as she pushed down everything to get to where God wants her to be. I remember, Kamika, as I'm closing, and this is where we're going to play that video. I remember earlier on when you just told me about your vision to do this, and you really wanted to do a few more books, but then your clientele grew and grew and grew. And so you could not tend to all of those books. And so you did the 7. But I remember you made a request of me for your fearless 40. And so today, while I was sitting down and putting my thoughts together, I kind of came upon this thought of a song that says, I swore we are sore, obstacle in our way, say it now move, stay it a stay. But what we are real Christian and we not stray. So I want you to now open that video, Kamiko, and play that video as the thing that you asked me for. And I say, congratulations, Fearless 40, Ferocious 40, and Fabulous 40. Kamiko, Ruth Taylor, you are my girl. Play your video.
The ferocious dogs are barking, so I wanted to mute so that people could hear you.
I'm not hearing them.
But oh my goodness, Errol and I had planned to open the show, which so we are sore. So I'm gonna check my email now, guys, and see what she said. Do not play until after a presentation. So
Right, so play now.
all right, so
Obedient, Dr. Dunbar.
Right.
all right, so I am downloading. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hold on. Let me screen share. Oh, Errol, thank God you're you're on because we don't want to faint. Mercy. Okay, hold on. There's a little delay in screen sharing, guys. So I'm going to screen share so you can see what I saw. Hope I can find it back. Okay. Share. Oh my goodness. Okay. Play. Where is play?
Yes, find play.
I need to find play. I can't find play. Enter. All right. Hold on.
Try Vicky.
Oh yeah.
Hey, blessings. I am Pastor Ryan Mark, and I just want to say happy birthday to Lady Kamiko Ruth Taylor. I heard that it's your 40th birthday, and I just want to wish you God's best in this very season. I also heard that you're launching 7 books today. Mighty God, that is such a blessing. We know that 7 represents perfection. It represents completion. And mighty God, even to do 1 book can be so tiring, much less to do 7. I declare that God's grace is up on you, and I declare favor like never before on this 40th birthday. So enjoy to the maximum. Have an excellent virtual book launch, and God bless you. And remember, obstacles in the way. Say, now move, stay, it can stay. But you're a real woman and God you're not straight. So you take up your Bible for prayer. God said, daughter, pray some more. You're about to give you an outpour. You see the obstacles them on the floor? No worry about them, because I swear you are sure. That's what I said. They say, I swear you are sure. Hey! Fly, woman.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yes, Kamiko.
Birthday gift.
That's your birthday gift. That's your birthday gift, Kamiko. I remember you had asked me earlier when you asked me to speak, you had asked me to get Ryan for you.
Yes.
I totally eluded my mind. But as I was preparing today, the song came to me and I was doing it as a part of my presentation. And I said, well, why am I going to try to sing the song when the person can sing the song? So I just, I try to corroborate with Eraldo, but because you're hosting, I just want to say happy birthday and to tell you, as the song said, soar ya soar. Birds fly, but eagles soar. You are an eagle, Ruth. Fearless and 40, ruthless and 40, ferocious and 40, and fabulous and 40. God bless you, and I love you.
Thank you. Wow. Wow.
That was the thing. Even
Wow.
though I was out of the beautiful presentation, but I'm glad that I came back in time to see you fanning yourself because of the beautiful birthday gift. The virtual gift of Ryan Mark. It's always
Wow.
amazing. Dr. Dunbar.
I completely forgot.
I know you did.
So I had a song to launch the academy. We're going to play A Soar We Are Soar, and then
I didn't even know that.
yes, it's one of the 3 songs for this evening.
I didn't. That's the Lord. That's the Lord.
So God is just so awesome. I mean,
It is.
because he might not have been available for the actual event, but because COVID and everybody's at home.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. You
Soar we are
did.
soar.
Soar we are soar.
Geraldo,
No
you
way.
want to faint on the broadcast?
Repeat.
You wanted me to faint on the broadcast?
When Rev called me today, I wish I was the host. You would have fainted.
Yes, you would have played
Would
it.
have popped it up on you. Believe me.
Yes. Because I got my dancing clothes on.
Wow.
So before Dr. Gordon comes on, we're going to talk about the academy, right? So we're going to be
Right. So, yeah. And we also want to do a giveaway. Well, the academy itself, we're having a massive giveaway with the academy. But the first person who joined the live stream, I'm going to give them a copy of my book. That's the ebook, Pen It to Win. So we're going to check who was the first person. If you know you are the first person on the stream, just identify yourself and we will send you that book before the night is out. It's either Mission Evangelist, Asana, or Suzanne. I don't know who was the first person on, but we have a giveaway. Was it you, Mission Evangelist? Whoever the first person is after the launch, we're going to send that book to you. So thank you, Rev, for that charge. Fearless, ferocious, fabulous. I kind of know the ferocious spirit, the fabulous. I'm getting used to it.
Fabulous is not just outside. You know, I say that to put in blue ear, but you're fabulous, girl.
Yeah, I try a thing, may have been red. Red thing, fearless, right? So, yes, thanks. This is tremendous. When the stream is over, I'm going to go back and listen to that message because you dropped some gems in there. That it's blessing all of us. It's blessing all of us. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I am off to prepare for tomorrow. So
all right,
bless you, Jermaine.
All right, bye. All the best.
Blessings upon you.
Blessings upon you too.
Now, Geraldo, I'm running out of battery, so I'm going to have to charge. But are you able to see the comments? Are you seeing any comments?
I can see.
Yes, so you can just call out some of them while I run go get my charger, or better yet, let me play the video for the academy, and while that is playing, I grab the charger.
So you put us off the main live and put up the video?
Right, yeah.
All right, great.
So as usual, I'm going to have to screen share, and there's a little delay. Not a technical difficulty, just a little delay. It's about maybe 5 seconds delay. So here we go, while I go get the charger. Right. Okay.
All right, so that was we're heading into the academy that Kamiko will be telling you all about. She's the brains,
Yeah.
the mastermind behind it all. So this is where I'll not say anything per se.
All right.
And Kamiko
All
will
right.
tell you all about.
Thank you. And we're winding down, guys. Errolda did warn me that it wasn't going to be 1 hour. So we're hitting an hour and a half, coming up close to that. All right, the academy. Well, if you want to learn to write fast, how can you write 20 books in a year? Or maybe a book in a day? I have strategies that can move you from desire to done. And how can you cut down on cost? Because one of the barriers to entry for Caribbean people, most of us, we don't get traditional publishing. That is where you go to a publisher and they buy your book and do everything. Most people in the Caribbean who publish normally have to go independent route or self-publishing route where they have to come up with the money to publish. And it can be very expensive. When I published my first book, it cost me over 5,000 Jamaican dollars. Not Jamaican dollars, US dollars. So I had to do GoFundMe. I had to beg, ask 64 persons. I asked, many of them said no, 24 no's. I think I got some yeses. And then I had to borrow money to publish. And up to today, I still owe my mom some of the money. She gave me a huge portion, and the next portion, she said, this is a loan. And then I was so excited that I put on, I always got extra, right? I had a 2-day launch and spent up a whole heap of money and ended up in about $1.something million in debt. And so I said, that kind of publishing thing is untenable. Even if I have to pay, there has to be a way to cut down on the cost. So my second book, I decided to publish on my own. Well, this is something I felt the Lord wanted me to do. And so my second book, I cut down the cost drastically, right? So I think we spent almost 300,000 on that one. That includes both the print, the first set of print, and the publishing itself. Then the third book, now we cut down on the cost even more. That one was a little over 100,000. Then Errol, when we had the 38, my 38th birthday that you hosted, that one cost a little over 70,000, just the publication. And then the printing was 130,000 for 100 books. And again, my mom helped to defray some of that cost. My fifth book though, God so connected me that I only paid for the ISB and only $32 was spent on that. And one of my clients, the same client that Patricia spoke about, Dr. Jean Lee, at that time I was reluctant to publish for others because publishing can be very stressful. It was stressful. And I didn't want to take on any clients. I just wanted to do it for myself in 2016. And I decided to help her, and we were able to cut down our publishing costs so that she only spent about 150 US to 200 US dollars. And it's quality books. We learned some secret there. Then her second book, I was trying to send her to another publisher because I didn't really want to take on this thing. And again, she published for under 200 US. I think she spent 150 US dollars, and I decoded some of that. So I said to myself, okay, each time I'm publishing, most times I don't have the money. I just decided I'm going to start. How am I going to do it? So these 20 books, one of my friend Davia said, so you work out all of the budget and know how you're going to do it? I said, no, Davia. And then she reminded me that faith is the currency of heaven. So do it in faith. And so I set out to do this, and then God gave me some secrets and said, do X portions. And I was able to find designers and a team. So guess what? My first book cost 5,000 or a little over 5,000 US, just the publication and 1,200 copies, because I couldn't get a single copy at that time based on the printing format that was used. It wasn't digital printing that you can just get one book. I had to print in bulk. So I had to find 500,000 to give the printry. And I didn't see the book until the day of the launch. And so this set of books, this 7, if I were charging persons to publish based on the wording, it would have been over 7,000 US dollars. And this collection, this 7, were published for less than 1,000 US dollars. And I didn't do it all by myself. So some persons think, oh, it's because you're DIY, why you can do all of that. No, I outsourced my covers. I did the layout myself. I outsourced some of the editing, and I had proofreaders to do some of the proofing, and I got some things done for free. But based on knowing the secrets, I was able to cut down on the cost. So 7 books, where the first one cost over 5,000. So if you want to learn these secrets, I'm willing to teach them in the Authorpreneur Secrets Academy. And then the 15 books to make up the 2020. Guess how much those 15 books have come up to, both the print and the ebook, just to get a single copy. Guess how much? Can anybody guess in the chat how much the last 15 books were published for? Anybody in the chat? Anybody? Anybody, can you guess how much was it? 5, 4, 3. You might just win a book. Can you guess? Guess. Oh. Okay, so I'm not seeing anybody guess. Well, they were published for less than 2,000 US dollars. That's 15 books, included, plus the one that was published for $32. So if you want to learn the secrets, stop saying you don't have no money, you can't publish, because someone's deliverance is tied to your book. Imagine if I had waited 2,000 US, they'll feel a little less. 100 for 15 books. I'm not a genie. You still need editing. You still need 15 books. We're talking 30,000, 20,000. So less than 2,000 US dollars. It's 15,000 something And I haven't done the printing yet, but I look at the estimated cost. So for some of them, I figure I might be able to save maybe $5 or so, depending on the route. So in the academy, I'm going to teach you how to write fast, how to publish on a budget. And I used to be a missionary, dependent on financial support, the generosity of others to survive. It is my writing that I'm making a living from full-time since July 2018. So I have learned how to monetize book, because your book is not just a book. Most people just want to sell the book, sell the book. I am all for book sales. But you don't have to sell 1 million books to impact 1 million lives. And you don't have to, you can make 1 million without selling even 1,000 books. And so I have learned those keys, and I have different courses in the academy to teach you how to monetize your book, how to cut your costs, but preserve quality. And so the academy is launching today, Authorpreneur Secrets Academy. So if you go to authorpreneursecrets.com, authorpreneursecrets.com, I can type that in the comments. You will see our offerings. So if you want to be like me, I'm replicating myself, then you join. You can do individual courses, but guess what? If you become 86% of people want to write, but only 1%, less than 1% do. And we complain that Caribbean people don't write enough. So I can teach you to go from desire to done, to get your first draft done in 24 hours. And then we can take the time to edit and publish that. My friend Davia is on the stream, and she was able to do most of our first draft, over 17,000 words in 6 hours, through one of our boot camps. And so we have courses like the Rocket Writing Masterclass. That one is $300 US. We have transforming books to books. We can teach you how to generate multiple income streams from your book. Writing courses is one of those. That one is $497. We have publishing on a budget masterclass. That one is $197. And then for those who want to learn the whole shebang, how to publish, or maybe you want to become a book coach or a publisher, or just you want to do a lot of books, we have built an Authorpreneur Secrets starter kit that will teach you these things and help you to write and build your own authorpreneur business. That's going at a whopping discount for $99. And we have 10 courses in there. Now those 10 courses would be well over $1,000. But guess what? If you become part of our membership group, I want you to listen to me now. The membership group. I have a free group on Facebook, but if you become part of the paid membership group, you get to join the academy this year for $40 per month US, and you get access to all the courses. You get access to my coaching, my teaching. I'll be doing Q&A once a month. I'll be doing a teaching every week, because some of the courses will be live and some automated. Just $40 US per month. And then those who join this month, because the membership group is only open once per year in the month of May. So from the 9th of May to the 31st of May, you can enroll. And for $40 US, some courses are there now, but we start rolling out the live ones in June. The first set of persons to join the academy, you become a lifetime member. And after the first year, you don't have to pay again. Yeah, that's my giveaway. So if you add up $40 US per month times 12, that's about 480 or something. When one course alone, the books to box is $497. So if you join now, this month, between May 9 and May 31, You get lifetime access. You only pay for 1 year. And so when a new group comes on and the price goes up, you now pay again. It is what marketers call you will be grandfathered in. And it starts with just the $40. This is not make believe. Sometimes they say if it sounds too good to be true, it's not good. But
True.
we go the extra mile. So again, we are just starting. So most of the courses will be delivered live, and then we record them by Zoom so that when others come on, they will be able to watch them. Some courses are done with you, like transforming your books to books. We don't just want you to watch videos. We want to take you by the hand, because one book could become 3 or 4 different courses. So we want to hold your hand and guide you. Okay, 6:30 and a half. So we're going to wrap up. So just go to authorpreneursecrets.com and sign up, and I'm available after. So we have a website for that, authorpreneursecrets.com. Just go there, and lifetime membership for those who join now. So that's the academy, and we have individual courses. Just go to authorpreneursecrets.com. And yeah, that's it. That's my fabulous offer. And you'll be able to become like me, live off the income of your writing, publish on a budget, write and create great impact from your book. Because when you write a book, your message goes to the masses. You get to go into doors that other people would not ordinarily get to walk through. And like I said, you can impact 1 million without selling 1 million books, and you can make 1 million without selling 1 million books. And I'm living proof. I pay my rent, I pay my bills, I'm doing my doctoral program, and it's the income from my books that's helping to do that. And I went full-time in 2018. And you don't necessarily need even 5 or 10 books to do it. You can do it with 2 or 3 books, because we are monetizing the books. It's not about book sales. So that's the difference with authorpreneurship. Because say your book is $20, you can create a course that could be sold for $400. No, if you have 10 students in that course, do the math. How many books would you have to sell to get that? So if you learn, there are over 30 different income streams from a book.